Imagine waking up to the shrill sound of your alarm, only to realize you've overslept. You rush through your morning routine, spill coffee on your freshly ironed shirt, and get stuck in traffic. At work, your inbox is overflowing, deadlines are looming, and your coworker takes credit for your idea in a meeting. Later, you come home to find an unexpected bill in the mail. Sound familiar? We all face these daily frustrations, leaving us feeling stressed, overwhelmed, and out of control. But what if there was a way to navigate these challenges with grace and inner peace? Enter Stoic philosophy and ancient wisdom that offers surprisingly practical solutions to modern-day problems. In the next 30 minutes, we'll explore how Stoic principles can transform your approach to everyday challenges, helping you master your emotions and find opportunities for growth in even the most frustrating situations. In a world of constant distractions and endless demands, finding peace and purpose can seem like an impossible task. But what if there was a time-tested philosophy that could help you navigate life's daily challenges with grace and resilience? Enter Stoicism, an ancient Greek school of thought that's as relevant today as it was over 2,000 years ago. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions or enduring hardships in silence. It's a practical approach to living that focuses on cultivating inner peace, regardless of external circumstances. At its core, Stoicism teaches us to distinguish between what we can control and what we can't, allowing us to focus our energy where it matters most. But how does this ancient wisdom apply to our modern lives? Imagine facing a traffic jam on your way to an important meeting. A non-Stoic reaction might involve stress, anger, and frustration. A Stoic, however, would recognize that the traffic is beyond their control. Instead of wasting energy on negative emotions, they'd use the time productively, perhaps to mentally prepare for the meeting or listen to an educational podcast. Stoicism offers practical tools for everyday challenges. It teaches us to view obstacles as opportunities for growth, to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, and to find contentment in the present moment. These principles can be applied to everything from managing work stress to improving relationships and pursuing personal goals. As we explore Stoic teachings, you'll discover how this philosophy can transform your approach to daily life. You'll learn to cultivate resilience, find clarity in chaos, and maintain equanimity in the face of adversity. Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, it's a toolkit for living a more fulfilling, purposeful life. So, are you ready to embrace the wisdom of the Stoics and master your daily challenges? Let's begin this transformative journey together. Let's delve into one of the most fundamental principles of Stoic philosophy, the dichotomy of control. This concept, simple yet profound, can revolutionize how we approach our daily challenges. The dichotomy of control teaches us to distinguish between what we can influence and what lies beyond our power. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, perfectly encapsulated this idea when he said, "Some things are in our control and others not. Things in our control are opinion, pursuit, desire, aversion, and, in a word, whatever are our own actions. Things not in our control are body, property, reputation, command, and, in one word, whatever are not our own actions. Consider your morning commute. You can control what time you leave, the route you take, and how you prepare for potential delays. However, you can't control traffic jams, road construction, or other drivers' behavior. By focusing your energy on what you can influence, your preparation and reaction, you'll find yourself less frustrated and more empowered." Or think about a work project. You have control over your effort, time management, and the quality of your work. But you can't control your colleagues' contributions, unexpected setbacks, or your boss's final opinion. By concentrating on your own actions and attitudes, you'll not only perform better but also experience less stress and anxiety. This principle extends to our relationships as well. We can control our own words, actions, and efforts to understand others. But we can't control how others feel, think, or behave. By accepting this, we free ourselves from the futile attempt to manipulate outcomes beyond our reach. Practicing the dichotomy of control doesn't mean becoming passive or indifferent. Instead, it's about directing our energy efficiently and maintaining our peace of mind. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what aspects of this situation can I influence then? Focus your efforts there. Remember, true freedom comes not from controlling external events, but from mastering our own thoughts and actions. By embracing this Stoic principle, you'll find yourself better equipped to navigate life's daily challenges with grace and resilience. As the sun rises, so does our opportunity to set the tone for the day ahead. The Stoics understood the power of a mindful morning routine, and in this lesson, we'll explore how to harness that wisdom for our modern lives. Imagine waking up and immediately reaching for your phone, bombarding your mind with emails, news, and social media. Now, contrast that with a Stoic approach. Instead of reacting to the world, we begin by centering ourselves. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, began his day with a powerful meditation. He wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil." This isn't pessimism, it's preparation. By anticipating challenges, we're less likely to be thrown off balance when they occur. Let's practice a modern version of this meditation together. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. As you exhale, imagine the day ahead. Visualize potential obstacles: a difficult coworker, a challenging task, unexpected delays. Now, instead of anxiety, approach these scenarios with calm acceptance. Remind yourself that these challenges are opportunities to practice virtue and wisdom. Next, set your intentions for the day. Ask yourself, how can I embody Stoic principles today? How can I respond with patience, courage, and justice? This mental preparation aligns your actions with your values before the day's chaos begins. Another crucial morning ritual is gratitude. The Stoics believed in appreciating what we have rather than lamenting what we lack. Take a moment each morning to acknowledge 3 things you're grateful for. This simple practice can shift your entire perspective. Finally, consider a brief physical exercise. The Stoics believed in the connection between body and mind. A short yoga sequence, a brisk walk, or even a few minutes of stretching can invigorate both your body and spirit for the day ahead. By incorporating these Stoic morning rituals, mental preparation, intention setting, gratitude, and physical activity, you create a powerful foundation for facing daily challenges with resilience and wisdom. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Let's make those first thoughts of the day count. In our daily lives, we're constantly bombarded with external events that can trigger immediate reactions. But what if we could transform these knee-jerk responses into thoughtful, deliberate actions? This is where the Stoic approach of responding rather than reacting comes into play. Imagine you're stuck in heavy traffic. Your first instinct might be to honk your horn, curse under your breath, or let frustration consume you. But a Stoic would pause and ask, is this within my control? How can I best respond to this situation? The key difference between responding and reacting lies in the space between stimulus and action. When we react, we allow external events to dictate our behavior. When we respond, we reclaim our power to choose our actions. So how do we cultivate this ability to respond rather than react? The Stoics offer us several techniques. First, practice the pause. When faced with a challenging situation, take a deep breath. Count to 10 if you need to. This brief moment allows you to step back from your immediate emotional response and create space for a more rational approach. Second, ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, practice acceptance. If it is, focus on what you can do to improve the situation. Third, consider the bigger picture. Will this matter in a week, a month, or a year? Often what seems urgent in the moment loses its significance when viewed from a broader perspective. Fourth, reframe the situation. Instead of seeing it as a problem, view it as an opportunity for growth or learning. How can this challenge make you stronger or wiser? Lastly, choose your response mindfully. What action aligns best with your values and long-term goals? What would the wisest version of yourself do in this situation? By consistently applying these techniques, we can transform our habitual reactions into thoughtful responses. We become less at the mercy of external events and more in control of our own actions and attitudes. Remember, as Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By choosing to respond rather than react, we reclaim our power and cultivate a more peaceful, purposeful existence in the face of life's daily challenges. Life is full of obstacles, but what if I told you that these very challenges could be the key to your personal growth and success? This is precisely what the ancient Stoics believed, and their wisdom remains profoundly relevant today. Seneca, one of the most renowned Stoic philosophers, once said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind. As labor does the body." This powerful statement encapsulates the Stoic perspective on obstacles. They are not roadblocks, but opportunities for growth and self-improvement. Consider for a moment the last significant challenge you faced. Perhaps it was a difficult project at work, a personal setback, or an unexpected change in your life. While these situations can be stressful and uncomfortable, the Stoics would argue that they also present unique opportunities for learning and development. Take, for example, the story of Thomas Edison. When his laboratory burned down, destroying years of work, he famously said, "There is great value in disaster. All our mistakes are burned up. Thank God we can start anew." Instead of seeing the fire as a catastrophe, Edison viewed it as an opportunity to begin again with a clean slate and fresh insights. This Stoic approach to obstacles involves a fundamental shift in perspective. Rather than asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I use this situation to become stronger, wiser, or more resilient?" Let's break this down into practical steps. First, when faced with an obstacle, pause and take a deep breath. This creates space between the event and your reaction. Second, reframe the obstacle. Instead of seeing it as a problem, view it as a challenge that can make you better. Third, ask yourself, what virtues can I practice in this situation? Perhaps it's an opportunity to cultivate patience, courage, or creativity. Fourth, focus on what you can control. While you may not be able to change the obstacle itself, you can always control your response to it. Finally, take action. Use the obstacle as motivation to grow, learn, or innovate. Remember, every obstacle you overcome not only solves the immediate problem but also prepares you for future challenges. By adopting this Stoic perspective, you can transform everyday difficulties into stepping stones for personal growth and success. In the whirlwind of daily life, it's easy to lose perspective. A traffic jam becomes a personal affront, a critical comment feels like a devastating blow. But the Stoics teach us that maintaining perspective is key to navigating life's challenges with grace and wisdom. Consider the words of Marcus Aurelius: "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This simple yet profound statement reminds us that our perception shapes our reality. So how can we cultivate this balanced perspective in the face of daily challenges? Let's explore a step-by-step Stoic practice that you can implement today. Step 1. Pause and breathe. When faced with a challenging situation, take a moment to pause. Take 3 deep breaths, allowing your mind to settle. Step 2. Identify the situation. Clearly define what's happening without emotional judgment. Is it a disagreement with a colleague? An unexpected change in plans? Step 3. Separate facts from judgments. Distinguish between objective facts and your subjective interpretations. For example, my boss criticized my work as a fact. My boss hates me as a judgment. Step 4. Consider alternative perspectives. Ask yourself, how might someone else view this situation? This helps broaden your perspective and reduce personal bias. Step 5. Apply the view from above. Imagine viewing your situation from a great height or distance. How significant does it appear in the grand scheme of things? Step 6. Reflect on impermanence. Remember that this situation, like all things, will pass. As Seneca said, everything hangs on one's thinking. Step 7. Focus on your response. Ask yourself, what is within my control in this situation? Direct your energy towards your thoughts and actions, not external events. By practicing these steps regularly, you'll develop a more balanced perspective on daily challenges. You'll find yourself less reactive and more responsive, able to maintain equanimity in the face of adversity. Remember, maintaining perspective isn't about diminishing your experiences or emotions. It's about seeing them clearly, understanding their true nature, and responding with wisdom. As you cultivate this Stoic practice, you'll find yourself better equipped to handle life's ups and downs with resilience and grace. One of the most powerful tools in the Stoic arsenal is the practice of negative visualization. This technique, known as premeditatio malorum in Latin, or premeditation of evils, might sound counterintuitive at first. After all, why would we want to imagine negative scenarios? Isn't positive thinking the key to happiness? But the Stoics understood something profound about human nature. By contemplating potential adversities, we can actually increase our appreciation for what we have and prepare ourselves for life's inevitable challenges. Imagine for a moment that you've lost your job. Picture the emotions you'd feel, the practical concerns you'd face. Now, open your eyes and look around. You still have your job, don't you? Suddenly, that job you might have been complaining about this morning doesn't seem so bad. This is the essence of negative visualization. It's not about dwelling on the negative, but about gaining perspective and gratitude for our current circumstances. The benefits of this practice are numerous. First, it helps us appreciate what we have right now. By imagining the loss of things we value, our health, our loved ones, our possessions, we can cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude for their presence in our lives. Secondly, it prepares us mentally for setbacks. If we've already contemplated potential challenges, we're less likely to be caught off guard when they occur. We've rehearsed our response, so to speak, making us more resilient in the face of adversity. Let's try a guided exercise together. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Now, imagine that you've lost something important to you. It could be a prized possession, a relationship, or an ability you currently take for granted. Really feel the emotions that would come with this loss. Now, slowly open your eyes. Look around you. That thing you imagined losing, it's still here. Take a moment to truly appreciate its presence in your life. Remember, the goal isn't to make yourself anxious or depressed. It's to cultivate a deeper appreciation for what you have and to build resilience for life's inevitable ups and downs. Try incorporating this practice into your daily routine, perhaps during your morning coffee or as you're winding down for bed. With consistent practice, you'll likely find yourself more grateful, more prepared, and more at peace with whatever life may bring. As the day winds down, we find ourselves at a crucial juncture for growth and self-improvement. The Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius, emphasized the importance of evening reflection. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Let not sleep descend on your weary eyes before you have reviewed every action of the day. Where have I gone wrong? What have I done? What have I done? What have I done?" Starting here, review your actions, and afterward, blame yourself for what is badly done and rejoice in the good. This evening practice isn't about harsh self-criticism, but rather a gentle, honest assessment of our day. It's an opportunity to learn from our experiences and set intentions for tomorrow. Let's explore a practical technique for implementing this Stoic wisdom into your nightly routine. Begin by finding a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Now, mentally replay your day from start to finish. As you do this, ask yourself 3 key questions. First, what went well today? Acknowledge your successes, no matter how small. This builds a sense of gratitude and reinforces positive behaviors. Second, what could I have done better? Be honest but kind to yourself. The goal is improvement, not self-flagellation. Third, what lessons can I take forward? This is where you extract wisdom from your experiences to apply in the future. Now, let's put this into practice. Take out a journal or a piece of paper. Divide it into 3 columns corresponding to these questions. Spend about 5 minutes filling in each column, reflecting on your day. Remember, consistency is key. By making this evening reflection a habit, you're not just reviewing your day, you're actively shaping your character and future actions. As you practice this technique, you'll likely find yourself becoming more mindful throughout the day, knowing you'll be reflecting on your actions later. This Stoic practice of evening reflection serves as a powerful tool for personal growth, helping us to continuously refine our thoughts and actions. It allows us to end each day with purpose and begin the next with clarity and intention. In our journey through Stoic philosophy, we've explored various practices to navigate daily challenges. Now, let's focus on building resilience, a cornerstone of Stoic wisdom that can transform how we face life's ups and downs. Resilience, in Stoic terms, is not about avoiding hardship but developing the mental fortitude to withstand and grow from it. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. So, how can we cultivate this inner strength? Let's explore 3 actionable strategies rooted in Stoic principles. First, practice voluntary discomfort. This involves intentionally putting yourself in mildly uncomfortable situations. It could be as simple as taking a cold shower, fasting for a day, or sleeping on the floor. These controlled challenges train your mind to adapt to discomfort, making you more resilient when facing unexpected hardships. Second, embrace the concept of amor fati, or love of fate. This doesn't mean passively accepting everything that happens, but rather actively choosing to find opportunity in every situation. When faced with a setback, ask yourself, how can I use this to become stronger or wiser? This shift in perspective turns obstacles into stepping stones for growth. Lastly, develop a daily gratitude practice. Each evening, reflect on 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. This habit trains your mind to focus on the positive aspects of life, building emotional resilience against negative events. Remember, resilience is like a muscle; it grows stronger with consistent exercise. Incorporate these practices into your daily routine, and you'll find yourself better equipped to handle life's challenges with grace and strength. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By building your resilience, you're taking control of your reactions and ultimately your life. In our daily lives, we often find ourselves at the mercy of our emotions, particularly when faced with challenging situations. But as the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely noted, we are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. This profound insight forms the foundation of Stoic emotional management. Let's explore some practical techniques for applying Stoic wisdom to our emotional responses. First, practice the pause. When you feel a strong emotion arising, take a moment to breathe deeply and create space between the trigger and your response. This simple act can prevent impulsive reactions and allow for more reasoned choices. Next, engage in cognitive distancing. Observe your emotions as if you were a third party. Ask yourself, what would I advise a friend feeling this way? This perspective shift can help you respond more objectively to the situation at hand. Another powerful Stoic technique is reframing. When faced with a challenging event, consciously look for alternative interpretations. For instance, if a colleague criticizes your work, instead of feeling offended, consider it an opportunity for growth and improvement. Now, let's engage in an interactive reflection. Think of a recent situation where you felt overwhelmed by emotion. What was the trigger? How did you react? Pause for a moment and consider how you might have applied these Stoic techniques to manage your emotional response differently. Remember, emotional management is not about suppressing feelings, but about responding to them wisely. As you practice these techniques, you'll find yourself better equipped to navigate life's challenges with equanimity and reason. Seneca also reminds us, "He who is brave is free." By mastering our emotional responses, we free ourselves from the tyranny of external circumstances and gain true inner freedom. This is the essence of Stoic emotional management, not the absence of emotion, but the wisdom to choose our responses. As you move through your day, be mindful of your emotional states. When you encounter a challenging situation, pause, observe, reframe, and choose your response deliberately. With consistent practice, you'll develop a reservoir of emotional resilience that will serve you well in all aspects of life. Now that we've explored various Stoic practices, let's focus on how to make them a sustainable part of our daily lives. The key to long-term growth and transformation lies in creating habits that stick. First, start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Choose one Stoic practice that resonates with you and commit to it for just 5 minutes a day. It could be morning meditation, evening reflection, or practicing the dichotomy of control. Consistency trumps intensity when it comes to habit formation. Next, link your new Stoic practice to an existing habit. This is called habit stacking. For example, if you always have a cup of coffee in the morning, use that time to practice negative visualization or to set your intentions for the day. By anchoring your new habit to an established routine, you're more likely to remember and follow through. Another crucial aspect of creating sustainable habits is to make them enjoyable. Find ways to make your Stoic practices personally meaningful and rewarding. Perhaps you could journal your reflections in a beautiful notebook or share your insights with a friend who's also interested in philosophy. The more pleasure you associate with the habit, the more likely you are to continue it. Remember, progress isn't always linear. There will be days when you forget or feel unmotivated. That's perfectly normal. The Stoic approach is to accept this as part of the process without judgment and simply return to your practice the next day. As Epictetus said, if you've gone astray, don't be ashamed to change course and head back to safety. To maintain momentum, regularly review and adjust your habits. Set aside time each month to reflect on what's working and what isn't. Be willing to modify your approach if needed. Perhaps you'll find that morning meditation works better for you in the evening, or that you prefer audio reflections to written ones. The goal is to find what works best for you in the long run. Lastly, cultivate patience and self-compassion. Forming new habits takes time, and true personal growth is a lifelong journey. Celebrate small victories along the way, and don't be too hard on yourself when you stumble. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. By integrating these strategies, you'll be well on your way to creating sustainable Stoic habits that foster long-term growth and resilience in the face of life's daily challenges. As we conclude our exploration of Stoic philosophy and its practical applications to daily life, let's reflect on the transformative power of these ancient teachings. Throughout this journey, we've discovered that Stoicism isn't just a philosophical concept, but a practical toolkit for navigating the complexities of modern existence. We've learned about the dichotomy of control, focusing our energy on what we can influence while accepting what we cannot. We've explored morning preparation rituals and evening reflection techniques, bookending our days with mindfulness and purpose. We've discovered the art of responding rather than reacting, finding opportunities in obstacles, and maintaining perspective in the face of challenges. The practice of negative visualization has shown us how to appreciate what we have by imagining its loss. We've developed strategies for building daily resilience and managing our emotions in high-stress situations. And importantly, we've learned how to create sustainable habits that integrate these Stoic principles into our everyday lives. Remember, Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions or denying reality. It's about cultivating inner strength, wisdom, and tranquility in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs. It's about focusing on what truly matters and letting go of what doesn't. As you move forward from here, I encourage you to start small. Choose one Stoic practice that resonates with you and implement it in your daily routine. Perhaps it's a morning meditation, an evening reflection, or simply pausing before reacting to a challenging situation. With consistency, you'll begin to see profound changes in how you perceive and interact with the world around you. Embrace the journey of Stoic practice. It's not about perfection, but progress. Each day is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become a better version of yourself. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. May your path be filled with wisdom, resilience, and inner peace as you apply these Stoic principles to master your daily challenges. The power to transform your life lies within you. Take that first step today.